Hello children. Today we will be studying the chapter Long and Short. In our daily lives, we come across questions like how long is a river? Or how high is a mountain? How heavy is an elephant? Or which is the smallest continent? Well, all such questions can be answered by knowing about measurements. Measurement is nothing but to know how long or how short, how heavy or how light, or how much an object can hold. So in this chapter, we will be studying about measurements. For class 3, measurement is divided into 3 parts. The first one is measurement of length, in which we study about how long or how short an object is. In measurement of mass or weight, we study about how heavy an object is. And in measurement of capacity, we study about how much an object can hold. It can be liquid like water or juice. So let us start with long or short. In the earlier times, people used their hand span, arm's length, foot span or cubit to measure lengths. But it used to create a lot of problems. Like in this picture, a farmer goes to a shop to buy 7 arms of rope, and the girl sitting there measured the rope with her arms and gave him 7 arms of rope. But when he got it, he found it to be shorter. Can you think of a reason why? Yes, because the arm length of that man was not equal to the arm length of that child. So this type of measurement used to cause a lot of problem. Sometimes people also used to estimate the lengths. Like, can you guess how many steps will the boy require to cover the distance? Or how many cups can be placed in a line on this table? Let us try. We can place some cups. According to this picture, we can have about 7 cups placed. How many pots can be placed to reach the tree branch? Let us see. About 5 pots can be used. How many shirts can be hung on this wire? Let's see. We can hang 4 shirts on this wire. So when people started having business with other countries or with different regions, there was a need developed to come up with some units which were equal and identical all across the world. So different units of measurements developed, and new tools also developed, like the scale that we use today, or the measuring tape and the measuring rod. Now let us learn how to measure the length of an object. Suppose we have to measure the length of this matchstick. We will require a scale which we generally find in our geometry box. A scale has 2 sides, one showing the measurement in centimeters and the other side which shows the measurement in inches. So here we will be using the side which is showing in centimeters. We will carefully place our scale below the matchstick which we have to measure and see that one end of the matchstick is just over the 0 mark. Now we will have to read the other end of the matchstick. It is pointing to the number 4. So the matchstick is 4 centimeter long. Now we have to measure how long is one side of this dice. We have kept it on the 0 mark, and let us see where the first face or one side of the dice ends. It is on the number 1. So the dice is 1 centimeter from every side. Now let us look at this leaf. The leaf is 4 centimeters long. Now we have a wax color. It is reaching till point 7. So the wax color is 7 centimeters long. But whenever we are measuring, we should be very careful that one end should always be on the mark 0. Now look at your scale in your geometry box. How many centimeters does it have? Well, usually a normal scale has 15 centimeters. Now you will measure the length of these objects from the scale that is given and write the length in centimeters in front of the objects. Now look for few things in your house that are about 10 centimeters long. It can be a sharpened pencil of yours or a mobile phone of your parents. Few things between 10 and 20 centimeters. It can be one of your book or maybe your pencil box. And also find a few things that are less than 1 centimeter. It can be a pea grain or maybe your mother's earring. Draw some of them in the box given below. I hope today's concept of measurement is clear to all of you. Happy learning!